Welcome to this MuseScore tutorial on adding details to your score. Now we have some notes in MuseScore, it's time to add the other details like dynamics, articulation, and expression marks that all add great value to the music. In MuseScore, these details can be found in the palettes on the left. Let's start with the articulations. The simplest way to add articulations is to click on the note you want to add the articulation to and then select the articulation. I can keep going like this, but we can see that it is quite time consuming and irritating to be using the mouse going backwards and forwards. So I'll undo those for now. Another way is to learn the keyboard shortcuts. For staccato, that's Shift and S. Then I can use the left and right keys on my keyboard to move between notes and add the staccato as I need with Shift S. However, there is still an easier way. In cases like this, where there are multiple notes that have the same articulation, I can select them together and add the articulation in one go. I'll click on the first note, then hold down Shift and click on the last note that I want to be selected. Now I can use Shift and S, and all of them are staccato. Slurs can be added in a similar way. I can click on this note. Now instead of articulations, I can go to Lines and click on Slur. Or again use the shortcut S, not Shift S, but now just S. Now I can use Shift and the right arrow or the left arrow to move the slur along or further back if I've gone too far. However, again, there is an easier way to do this. I can select that whole range from the E natural to the B flat. So click on the E natural, click on the B flat, select the range, and then press S. If I know my keyboard shortcuts well, I can add a whole line of articulation while only using the mouse once to select the first note. For instance, so much quicker than using the mouse. Let's move to the bass clef. Over here we have a slur, so I can just press S to make the slur. I have a staccato and tenuto, which is called lure. This one doesn't have a shortcut, and so I'll have to go to the articulations palette again and select it from there. Don't forget that we also have these notes here in the bass, so we should really be adding all of these articulations onto both staves at once. So long as there is no music in between these two, I can select both of them with the Shift and click again, and then press S for slur and it will slur both of them. Similarly with these two notes, I can select one and then Control and click on the other to select both of them, and then add the articulation. Here I'll use Shift and click and S again. Now let's look at dynamics. I'll close the articulations palette and open dynamics. Here we have a forte at the beginning, so I'll select that beginning and click the forte. We can assume that this forte means the whole piano should be played forte, which means all of these staves, once we copy them into other instruments, should be played forte. To do that, I'll add this to all of the staves at the same time. I'll click on my first note, then use Shift and click on the last one, and add the dynamic, which adds to all of the staves at the same time. This crescendo and decrescendo can be added again by selecting the notes and then using Shift and comma, or the less than sign on the keyboard, and equally for the decrescendo, Shift and period or full stop, which is the greater than sign. That adds great hairpin crescendos and decrescendos. Risoluto here is an expression text. We'll find that on the text palette. Click where you want the text and then click expression. Double click to edit the text and type risoluto. Again, a quicker way is keyboard shortcuts. Select where you want it and type Ctrl E. Then simply type your text. We also have staff text for things like solo. The shortcut for that is Ctrl T. If I need to change tempo, I use Alt, Shift, and T. That gives me a metronome mark, which I can now edit very easily. That is also how I can add this allegro here by double-clicking on this tempo, moving to the beginning, and typing allegro.